Hey everyone, Andrikats here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick and easy guide on how you can learn the recipe Unstable Elementium. I've already talked about it in my previous video, but today we will delve a bit deeper, and if you stay till the end, you can even learn how you can make some gold in the process. Unstable Elementium is gonna be needed by everyone in patch 10.07, since this is the only item that can upgrade the item level of primordial stones, the gems that you slot into the onyx annulet ring. These gems will drop as 411, but with the Unstable Elementium you can upgrade them to 418 and then to 424. The only way you can get this item is by posting a crafting order to your local Jewelcrafter. You cannot find it in the auction house, so we will probably see a lot of movement in the crafting order system. Blizzard was like, I know what we're gonna do, we're gonna throw more gold at Jewelcrafters, cause you know, they haven't made a bazillion already. Patch 10.07 will introduce special new items called Artisan Curios, which are needed to summon profession rare mobs. These rares will drop profession related items, and there are 9 rares you can summon, basically one for each crafting profession plus the cooking rare. The Artisan Curios basically come in 2 forms. The rare form, which drops from any mob in the Forbidden Reach, and then the crafted Artisan Curio, the epic version, which is basically the item that summons the rare. Depending on the rare you want to summon, you will get your crafted Artisan Curio and you will have to interact with a glowing specific thing in the Forbidden Reach. You will actually come across them when you start exploring the zone. In order to craft the epic Artisan Curios, you will need to head to the market village and purchase the design from Trader Hagarth. As of recording this, they cost 10 artisan metals each, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be the final prices. I mean, they might change when the patch goes live. They also need 50 skill to learn, and as you can see, the only item you need is the rare drop, and then you can easily craft the epic Artisan Curio. But I mean, getting that rare drop to actually drop is quite hard because of the extremely low drop chance. But anyway, now let's talk more specifically about the Jewelcrafting rare. The rare mob you want to summon is Amephyst, who drops the recipe for the Unstable Elementium. I'm pretty sure it has a 100% drop chance, I mean, that's how it was on PTR. The epic Artisan Curio needed to summon Amephyst is a crystal tuning fork, and to craft it you need to find the rare drop crystal fork. What I found to be the best farming spot was along the shores of Morkwood Island and also on the shores of the mainland of Forbidden Reach. The pirates here are easy to kill and they do come in packs, so it helped me kill more mobs per hour. You can definitely skip the elite giant mobs who patrol around and focus on the small lads. You might find different spots, but that's what worked for me. Because to be honest, I'm a bit lazy and this was very close to the camp. But no, seriously, just by taking a quick look around, I didn't find any other places with, so many mobs packed together. So the most difficult part in the process will be to actually manage to get the crystal fork, which has a very low chance to drop, as it's not limited to Jewelcrafters only, anyone can pretty much get this thing. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to target a specific rare item from mobs that could drop any of the 9 Artisan Curios, which I think is what makes things hard. But don't forget that we do have access to crafting orders, and even though the rare fork is soulbound item, the epic crafted version of it's not. It's actually tradable, and you will see in a minute where I'm going with it. Let's say your Jewelcrafter is a low-geared alt. You can farm the fork on your main, who hasn't missed the raid and cleared all Mythic Plus and whatnot, and then post a crafting order to your alt. Your Jewelcrafter alt will craft the crystal fork, fill in the order, and then your main can send it back to your alt. Since it's tradable, so he can summon Amephyst, and it's as simple as that. For me it was much easier to farm mobs with my main, even though it still took me a while. I mean, it took me like 3-4 hours I think? Once you have your crystal tuning fork, you will need to interact with a resonant crystal to summon Amephyst. The crystal usually can be found inside a cave and it has a few spawn locations. It's not always on the same spot. There is one over the market village, which is where I found it most of the times, and then another one near the caldera of the Menders area. But as long as you have the crystal tuning fork in your bags, you will see a star icon on the minimap. indicating if the crystal is currently up. So you don't have to go all the way inside the cave, you can see if it's up from outside. Amethyst has around 700k, so I wouldn't say it's hard to kill solo compared to the other rares in the zone, which do have like 7 million each, but I'm sure there will be plenty of people around, so you will probably get help, don't stress about it. To craft an unstable Elementium, either through crafting orders or through your profession tab if you are a jewel crafter, you will need 10 dormant primordial fragments and 25 silken gem dust. The only difference here is in the case of a crafting order, the buyer will need to provide the fragments. The gem dust do come from crushing gems, and the fragments come from Skira vault chests, or when you do crush primordial gems. I have an entire video explaining everything about it, so you can check it out. Okay, if you've made it this far into the video, well then congrats! And let's talk about how you can make some gold through the Artisan Curios. You can definitely get gold from commissions when you fill in unstable Elementium orders, but that will depend on the buyer. You can, however, farm mobs for the crystal fork or any other rare artisan curio for that matter, craft the epic form and sell that, which is sellable. This could very well go for thousands in the auction house, especially early in the patch. And as I mentioned earlier, you can buy the artisan curio designs for any alt you might have, farm the rare drops in your main, which should probably be easier, and through crafting system you can create the epic versions and sell them. I mean, the rare artisan curios do take a while to farm, so people might prefer the easier solution to pay up and get the item as soon as possible. Like, if you were to farm only one item, I will probably go for the crystal fork, since basically it leads to the unstable Elementium and therefore player power. Everyone will need to get their hands on it to upgrade their gems, and don't forget that each gem will need to be upgraded twice to get to the higher possible item level. And since the annulet ring has 3 sockets, everyone will have 3 gems and will need 6 unstable Elementiums to upgrade them all. And I didn't even take into consideration specs and so on. But if you do come across any of the other artisan curios, obviously don't throw them away. Use the crafting system if you don't have that specific profession, which a certain artisan curio might be tied to. And just for reference, in those 4 hours it took me to get the tuning fork, I got 4 more artisan curios for other professions. And with an army of alts with, different professions, this could actually mean lots and lots of gold. There is definitely a lot of potential here. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you got any questions, feel free to ask away in the comment section. As always, thank you so much for watching my content, and if you want to support my channel, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can also find me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/andrikatsgames, where I'm mostly streaming World of Warcraft. If you want to know when I'm going live, you can follow me on social media. Good luck with whatever you're doing, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye!